Well, hello, Aries, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your monthly tarot reading for April 2026 for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We'll be looking at the energy week by week to see what's coming through for the entire month. And as always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So let's jump in and see what the month is revealing. And the first thing I want to bring up is your theme card for 2026. It came, this is the energy that came out, the card that came out at the beginning of the year when I pulled one for each zodiac sign. You've got the Two of Swords. Sometime this year, might not yet have arisen, you've got a decision to make. It can be a very life-changing, important decision. You might not have to think about it much at all. It'll just come out naturally. Or you could spend a little time mulling it over. So just a reminder, I wanted to bring that out in each of the monthly readings, you know, that this is playing out in the background. So there's a decision to make. All right. What crystal is coming out for Aries for April? What crystal for April for Aries? And we have Peridot in regards to teaching and the heart chakra. Now, let me grab my natural Peridot crystal. Whenever this comes out, I like to bring out my natural Peridot crystal. Look at that, a big chunk. Now, it can be in regards to you're a teacher in some way. You might be a good listener. You might be an actual teacher. But it can be where you're helping people in some way, shape, or form. So, and you might have a decision to make in regards to that. So, all right. Let's see. For some of the monthly readings, I have already had the cards. I've channeled and drew the cards. But let's see what's coming through real time for Aries for April. Messages and guidance for Aries for April, week by week. All right, week one. What do we have coming through? The message. Thank you. Week two. What do we have coming through? And we actually had two jump out. Okay. Week three. Week three for Aries, April. And last week in April, what's coming through? All right. Oh, and that's right. Let's move this down. We're going to do the tea leaf messages for each week next. Okay. And we will reveal the overall energy as well. All right, week one. Come on, cards, cooperate. Week one message. Okay, we had a card flip out. Week two. Wow. Okay. Week three. Woo. Okay. And week four. Last week. Oh, and we had a card flip over. There we go. All right. We're pulling the clarifying card for each week. Clarifying card for week one. Clarifying card for week two. Clarifying card for week three, please. And the last week clarifying card. All right, and we're ready to go. We are going to reveal the tarot cards first and then go back to each week. So week one, we have the Four of Pentacles coming in. It can be an indication that you might have some money coming in, adding to your strong foundation, or it can be a message that you're trying to build this trying to save money and keep, the money that you have put aside, trying to save that. Now, week 2, we had 2 cards come out. We have the 5 of Swords, winning at all costs, and then we have the 6 of Swords. This is definitely moving away from maybe a hostile situation. Interesting. All right, week 3, we have the major arcana card, the Moon, where you're going to need to trust your gut instincts in week 3 here, Aries. There's something going on behind the scenes, something that you might have to react to, adapt to. You've got the 2 of Swords. You might have to make a decision this week, one way or the other. It's about staying on the path, being flexible to whatever's coming your way here. There's things that are working behind the scenes here, Aries, that you're not privy to as of yet. You don't have the knowledge. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, possibly a Capricorn, or the Queen's energy here in regards to your gathering up your resources. Now, your overall energy, look at this. We've got the 2 of Wands, and this is definitely standing at a crossroads. You've got somebody here this is where the decision-making might have to come in. You have to make a choice. You have to choose. You've got the world in your hands, so you're in the best position possible, and you do have a couple of options here. So let's go back to week 1. We have the 4 of Pentacles. You might be wanting to, I'm getting that phrase, getting all your ducks in a row at the beginning of April. This can be in regards to a plan, a goal, an idea that you have in mind, that you have to get your money, your finances in a particular order, or save up enough money to do what it is you want to do. I do see for some of you that you're saving for vacation. So this is going into April. You're starting to save during the month of April and maybe May in order to have enough money to take vacation in the summer months. So it is about securing money, finances here. Let's see what your tea leaf message says. Shield, you need to defend yourself. Well, let's see. Now, since this is with the 4 of Pentacles, it can certainly be in regards to money. It could be something that's happening at your job. It could be a layoff for some of you. But you've withstood everything so far, Aries. So, but it can also be for you to, just really accept any help that's being offered at this time. Let's clarify the shield message. There's something new that's coming in. It's being introduced. This is change coming in. This is about going about things slowly. Don't jump the gun here. There might be some news that comes in where you're going to be on the defensive, Aries, but kind of count to 10. Realize there's information that's coming down the line in the month that'll clear things up. So this is something new that's coming in that you have to kind of, what I'm seeing is weighing the pros and cons here in regards to it. Let's see what the clarifying card says. Oh yeah, use your critical thinking skills, the King of Swords here, in regards to your money, opportunities, whatever is coming in, that you're feeling a little bit uncertain. It could be just like rumors, gossip, something of that sort in regards to your job, a position that you have, or, maybe listening to fake news in regards to, what's going on in the world, which might affect your money and your finances and that. Now, week 2, we had 2 cards come out with good reason. They're one after the other. The 5 of Swords can be that there is a force around you or around all of us that is doing everything they can, winning at all costs or making it look that way. So it's a very difficult energy. It's a 5 energy where it just brings up a lot of dissension, deceit, defensiveness, And also it makes a lot of change. It makes a mess of everything. So that certainly could be what we're dealing with globally right now. I was picking up, in this week one, that you might be looking at some news that isn't really truthful. So kind of hang tight with your money, your finances. And definitely this came through immediately as critical thinking skills. So here we have the winning at all costs, no matter even to lie, is coming through here. So the Six of Swords wanted to come out immediately with it. They came out together as you're moving away from this kind of energy, which can be for most folks not listening to the news, not because it changes so rapidly from day to day, and not to get yourself upset. So you're moving away from like volatile information, people, places, things, whatever is kind of getting you upset or stressed out. You're moving away from that. You're moving on to better things. So that could be a very important decision that you're making at this time. If you're constantly consuming information that's very low vibrational and negative. And that is exactly what this Five of Swords, winning no matter what, at all expenses, including humanity as well. So this is, it feels more like it's what you're exposing yourself to, what's going on if you're in the States, here in the States, or even, globally, the war, everything. It's kind of like move away from that energy so that you can protect your energy and your mental health. Tea leaf, tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance with the tiger. Well, this very much is like a teeter-totter. I think it really is in regards to whether you're going to continue with what I would call this low vibrational energy of something that might not even be true, or if you're going to move on. Let's pull a card with the tiger, because it can be you're either involved in something risky or contemplating taking a chance in something that could be risky. And it might be in regards to your money. So I would really think things through. You're getting your wish. This is wish fulfillment. You're doing something. You're taking a chance in regards to possibly, I'm picking up for some of you, you're taking advantage of an opportunity that's being presented. So you're moving away from the same old, same old. So for some of you, it could be a new job on the horizon. You're trying to get away from what hasn't been working for you. Let's clarify here. Oh yeah, definite change. We've got the Tower coming in, blowing the lid off the Tower. Yeah. Moving away from, volatile situation. Could be someone around you that's very controlling, has to have the last word. That could be an overbearing boss. So you're doing something, taking a chance, a risk. But it looks like with the Nine of Cups that you're going to get what you were looking for. You're moving on to something better. So definite change. It's going to surprise some people around you, and it might be work-related. I'm not picking up too much in regards to relationships, but you might be seeing the handwriting on the wall, Aries, in regards to your career, your workplace, your company. So you're moving on. So we do have in the third week the major arcana card, the Moon. Besides the Tower hitting here and the Temperance, this is a major player for your week, and it's happening in week 3. It's kind of like trust your gut instincts on this, and that could be why you're taking a chance. There's something that's playing out behind the scenes that you don't have all this information. So the little crayfish coming up, it's about being adaptable. It could be that AI is being introduced in your company, and instead of being afraid of it, you're embracing it. This certainly could be taking courses, going with the flow. AI will eliminate some jobs, but it will also enhance others. But I do feel with AI coming in, everybody's jobs will be affected in some way, where you might have to learn a new way of doing things, or using AI to take some of the burden off of what you have to do, something that's very labor intensive. So there is something working behind the scenes. The moon card is definitely an indication to trust your gut instincts this month, especially in week 3 here. It's got you going off in a new direction, the cards are indicating. So you're kind of like feeling or seeing the handwriting on the wall is what I keep getting, that phrase. And we have kite, and there's the vacation. In the beginning, I saw that some of you are really trying to save money up for vacation. So that idea might be coming into play in week 3. Okay. Might not be the vacation in week 3, but certainly the idea, or making the final plans. And we have the 6 of Swords. So yeah, 6 of Swords is coming up twice here in your reading. So definitely moving on, stepping away from negative energy, low vibrational energy. And the thing with the moon card is there is something going on behind the scenes. You're not privy to all the information, but it will be released in divine timing. Perfect timing, you might say. But I feel, Aries, you're not going to wait around for that. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here, which can indicate that there's a Capricorn around you, helping you out, keeping you grounded. But it can also be gathering up your resources. This is a pretty big pentacle. So I do feel that you're definitely moving towards something that's going to make you really happy. So this is checking in on your resources. She's looking off into the future. And actually, if I put them side by side, it's almost like there's somebody here that's kind of guiding you. It can be a Capricorn individual here. There's somebody else that might help you at these crossroads that you're standing at for the month of April. You've got some options. We're seeing the acorns in both these pictures. Wow. So there's some growth. There's some options and opportunity here. Let's see your tea leaf message. We have Bo, you're highly thought of. Well, that certainly can be in regards to the job that you do. It can be in regards to the peridot crystal, where you might be a teacher. You might be very well liked. You can be a person that is easy to talk to. You're a good listener. So highly regarded. And especially it coming through at the end of the month. So if you are leaving a certain company, a certain job, and you're calling it quits by the end of the month because you're beginning your new position early May or at the end of April, there might even be some kind of little celebration for you before you go. So that could be what's going on behind the scenes here. But it's an indication you're moving on to something better and something that you had hoped and wished for. So let's clarify. We have the Devil showing up here. There can be someone that's trying to talk you out of whatever it is, the decision that you're making here with the Two of Wands for this month. This could represent someone trying to talk you out. But I see the fresh cut wand. This is like a new opportunity that's being presented to you. And you're open to it. You've got the world in your hands here. So you're open to it. And we have the Three of Cups, support, celebration. Yeah. So the Devil card could just be breaking free of this manipulative energy, no longer letting it bother you, stress you out, definitely making a change that is definitely for the better. All right, Aries, final message here for the month of April. Let's see what message from the universe. What's coming through for Aries? Focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. You're moving away from this energy, Aries. and heading towards something that the Nine of Cups came out, fulfilling a wish of yours. What might that be? All right, Aries, that is the messages for the month. Thank you so much for joining me, sending you love and abundance to make it a great month.